You know, there's a lot of people out there that's going through the uncertain moments right now. You know, especially if you're an entrepreneur or you're trying to achieve a certain goal. Sometimes it may just feel like, dang, like, can I even do this? Like, you will be going through that moment right now, and you're probably like, bro, what if it doesn't work, or it may not work? Like, those are the moments that really define, the struggle. Those are the moments that actually make you want to continually lock in. That's the moment where, you need to be at your, most locked in point, because those are the moments that will separate you. You see that a lot of people that go through that moment, a lot of people that are going through that struggle, they quit. They just give up and they go to what's guaranteed. You know what I mean? It may be that 9 to 5. It may just stopping whatever they're doing. Stopping the pursuit of that goal and just trying to do something that's more guaranteed. And truth be told, this moment is not for everybody. If you don't feel like you can handle it, you're better off just stopping now, because it will only continue to get, more and more uncertain the more that you go. And a lot of people out there will be like, bro, but I've been trying at it for so long, bro. It's only a matter of time. You have to keep on pushing, keep on going. So, one of the things that I started doing was I stopped paying attention to the outcome. Whenever I felt like, bro, none of my work that I'm putting in is working, I stopped paying attention to the output. I started paying more attention to the input, because what I can control is what I put in. So if I go in and day out, and I'm just more so focused on what I could put in every single day, like, you'll start to look at, the end reward a little more different. Because let's just say my end reward is getting 1 million views, right? But I started off, at 1 view, and now I'm only getting 3 views, right? My thing is, what is my input? Like, is my input consistently getting better, or is it staying the same? If I can control, how good my content becomes, that's a win in my book. That's my reward. So you have to start looking at your, start focusing more on your input instead of looking at the output. Number 2, you have to fix the mindset. Fix the mindset about what the struggle is. A lot of people, I keep saying a lot of people, but really, certain people will literally go out there, and then their whole mindset in this is to get rich quick or get it quick. Like, bro, you need to stop worrying about the timeline. Fix that mindset of, okay, I'll get it in 6 months. If your goal is to get it in 6 months, put in the work that, if it's supposed to take a year, put in. If it's supposed to take a year or 5 years, and you're trying to do it in 6 months, you have to double, overtime, triple overtime the work. So if you're trying to get it within this timeline, like, bro, and my recommendation is take that out of your head. Don't be too focused on the timeline. Start focusing more on the amount of work that you put in, because again, no matter how much you want that goal, no matter how much you want that specific thing, the only thing that you can control is what you do on a day-to-day basis. You can only control the input, which I just said, and, fixing the mindset and stop worrying about the timeline. That will play a very key role, because if you're not constantly focused on what is going to come, what you put in will become so much more valuable. You'll start to see results from your work, because when you start to look more at your work more seriously, once you pay more attention to the work that you put in on a consistent basis, like, it becomes so much better. The way that the result will come out becomes a lot more better. But we live in a world where everybody's trying to get that instant reward, try to get that, instant benefit. And it's unfortunate, because the benefit is the work, and most people are not willing to see that. Now, this is by far like the most important point. God. Whenever you go through those uncertain moments, you're putting in the work. Your mindset is right. you don't have any more control over that situation, this should really be the first, but the only option that you have, this, as a matter of fact, it shouldn't even be an option. Like, you have to leave everything to God at that point, because you put in the work, you're going at it on a day-to-day basis. It's out of your control at this point. You have to put it all to God now. You leave it up to God, and in the things that you can't control, let God control them. This is why having a good relationship with Christ plays a huge role in your journey. He gives you that hope, that faith, because the Bible says, "Ask and you shall receive." And it also says, "Faith without works is dead." So you put in the work, and you asked. There's nothing for you to worry about. You just have to just keep doing your part and trust that God will do His. Matter of fact, He always will do His. So it's just up to you to continue to do your part and trust. Trust plays a huge role in this topic, because if you don't trust God, you can't have faith in God, because then you're not going to believe that He will do it for you every single time. But you need that consistent trust. You need that consistent faith in God, the unwavering faith in God, that no matter what it is that you are going through, He will always be there, to help you. And once you implement that, like, I'm telling you, that worry, that worry starts to go away. You don't feel that burden anymore. You don't feel that weight of like, oh my gosh, I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know what I'm gonna do. As long as you know that you're putting in your best effort on a day-to-day basis, it's like, what I'm saying? It's only right, Now, last but not least, I definitely want you to understand that it is a day-to-day battle, right? Some days will feel good. You have to pay the rent every single day. Every single day you wake up, everything starts over. Whatever you did in the past starts over. If you did good, if you did amazing, PR'd everything, it doesn't matter. Today is a new day, it starts over. So you have to consistently, every single day put in like 1,000% work. Don't depend on the work from yesterday. Yesterday's bread will not feed you today. So you have to go out there and get more bread. Get more bread so you can eat today. Because once you start to look at it like that, it's like, okay, think about a lion, for example, right? Every single day, a lion has to go out there and get food to eat. Whether you ate yesterday's food will not help you today. So you have to go out there, go kill to eat. So kill the day. That's what I'm saying, kill the day. Every single day, no matter how uncertain yesterday felt, I need you to, that feeling that you get from day one where it's like, okay, I'm about to lock in, get at it. That's the feeling I want you to have every single day. You let's say you exhausted yourself yesterday just working. It was a lot. You went to sleep, boom. Today you woke up, I need 1,000 times that. Every single day, that same intensity, bro. Because, bro, if you could keep, and I'm not saying go 1,000 every single day, okay? Don't, go, if you could go 50% for 1,000 days, that's better than going 1,000% for 5 days. So listen, I need you to just be consistent for as long as possible. Consistency is going to play a key role in that. And I want you to think about that. Anybody that has ever lost, it was because they gave up. They gave up. And I don't want you to give up. The moment that you give up, they got you. They have you in that spot, and it's like, if you give up, it's really over. So don't even let that thought come into your mind. Now, another thing I want you to understand is, just because you're not seeing results does not mean you're not making progress. Just because you're not seeing the specific results that you want does not mean you're not making progress. This goes back to what I was saying. Your reward, the reward that you may want might be the monetary reward, right? At some point for me, it was that. But then I started to look at my, what should be considered the reward, which is my work. I started to see a consistent and better, content quality on a day-to-day basis. And once I started to look at that as the reward, the monetary reward came automatically. So you have to start looking at, you have to change your output of the reward. You have to change what it is that you consider the reward. Money is not always going to be that reward. And once you understand that, it's like, it just, once you stop looking at money as everything, I'm kind of contradicting myself, but once you stop looking at money as every single thing, like that's the reward every time, like you start to find better things to, like, you start to take your work a lot more seriously, and you start to, I don't know, it starts to be a bit more fresh, especially with your work. You know, when you're just happy to make better quality content or put better work, it makes it 1,000 times better for you, you know?